Alright, what's up everybody? This is Satyr again. We are in day 8 of our Scorched Earth server. We got a little bit accomplished yesterday. I stuck around and kept my live stream going for a little while and worked on a lot of the stuff. And we got the floor of the barn ready to go, and that is all pillared out. Everything's correct. We had to go back and change a few pillars around to make sure that everything was supported. And of course, while I'm doing this, the stream will pause every now and then while it's loading. It's something about the loading screen it doesn't like. I think it's because of having to go through and check the mods, and then usually once the loading screen goes through, everything's fine and the stream does well. Okay, so now we should be good. We're actually officially loading the game now, so we probably won't glitch out so much. So, now, how I ended up back here, I have no idea. Have to love it when the server kicks you out of your own home. Fortunately, we have been working on our ninja skills, so this is not a problem. So let's go ahead. Actually, I'm going to back the gamma down a notch. There we go. I like gamma 3, especially at night, but it gets annoying sometimes like that. Let's see if anything else is moved. So we're going to go down, and I decided that I'm actually going to take out a few of these windows. Oh, we did have an addition. I need to take her downstairs now. If you notice, this raptor, oh well, now she has, well, that's odd, because she did not have the mate boost before. I was going to actually have her be a sacrificial raptor, because she was not getting the mate boost, and now all of a sudden she has the mate boost. So that's why I killed off our other raptor that was downstairs, and now she has the mate boost. So now she's going to go from being a mount to back to being a breeder. So I'm down a raptor again, which is not a problem there, a dime a dozen. So that is weird that she did not have the mate boost. Now all of a sudden she has it. So that's yet another one of those glitches of the game. We gained another Caprisuchus. That was actually what killed our raptor that I sacrificed. So I went ahead and tamed it, since it was the one that killed the raptor. Kind of penance for its dinner. These doors are not going to open to the outside like I want them to, so we're just not even going to worry about it. So as you can see, we got the floor completely finished. So what I'm going to do is take you out, and I added in a few other things. Following along my design, I'll eventually put a ramp in here, and just leave this the way it is, and just have a ramp up to it. I've got to move this plant because it's not getting sunlight, so there's no guarantee that it's going to stay alive under here. I'm actually going to move 2 of the plants down there. That's one of the projects for the video today, is actually getting all that in. And I'm not sure why my stream is hanging up again. But either way, we're going to keep going. and we'll figure it out as we go. I guess I could back the quality down one more notch, so 360p 60. Let's back the bit rate down another notch. Okay. So basically what I did was I've been trying to adjust the settings for the server so that we can get it to stream a little faster. And that's why it looks so grainy and so ugly right now, is I'm having to broadcast at a lower rate so that it's not hanging up all the time. I don't know why it's hanging up. I guess right now our internet's a little heavily used at the moment, so that's probably part of what's doing it. Our internet load is very high. So basically, as far as the recording goes, I'm going to focus on that. The stream will come later. Essentially what we're going to be doing today for our project is we're going to be connecting these two planters to the water line down there. So that's part of one of our projects. And as you can see, we got the floor finished, pillared out. So it's well secured and everything. I got to go back and add in a few pillars here and there to fully strengthen the outside like I want to do it. We're going to add in another behemoth gate on this side with a set of ramps down over towards this cliff over here so that we can get dinos in and out of this side. And we got our other behemoth gate over there so we can get dinos in and out on that side. At some point I may start actually putting a ramp up to this other cliff area over here. It really all depends. I haven't decided if that's what I'm going to do yet or not. And of course we have our two plants over there who are working very well. So we're going to go ahead and start working on getting some of this other stuff accomplished. So we're going to go ahead and get back up here and start gathering the stuff that we need to get this going. We also need to make some spark powder because our forges are out of powder and we are getting pretty low on fuel in the generator. So we need to burn out some of this stuff that we need here. So I'm actually going to create all 7 of those. Go ahead and queue up some other stuff while we're here. We don't have enough stem berries. We never have enough stem berries. I'm not quite sure what keeps happening to them, but we never have enough stem berries. And we need to get some more sand going so we can get some more clay, because I'm actually going to be taking out 6 of these window walls. So these 6 are going to be coming out. I'm going to keep those back 2 over there, and I'm going to replace those with adobe walls because we keep overheating in our house. That's not a good thing. So we're going to go ahead and start working on our pipes that we need so we can get the water line run. I need at least 2 inclined and I need a T, and that's a flexible. Actually I need a 4-way, I think. So we'll go with a 4-way. It's going to be a little ugly. I'm going to have just a random thing, but it's going to be hidden once I get everything together anyway, so it's not going to matter too much. And then of course I've got my 2 spigots, and I think the rest of it will come together in a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and go down and work on getting these set up. And even under here I'm getting the house bonus, which is rather comical if you really think about it. There's no walls or anything, but I'm still getting the house bonus. Okay, so our pipe is here. That's the intake, so that's what we're going to aim for, is connecting our inclines up to the junction right there. Let's see if we can get over here. That way we're not swimming. It might be a little easier to get the inclines to go the way we want them. We want them to go that way. And we need 2 of them so we can get out past this first set of pillars here. So let's see, yeah, we're out past the pillars, so that's what we wanted to do. I think we're going to have to come up. Yeah, so we're going to have to come up at least 1. So let's see what happens if we go ahead and snap this onto the... We need to snap it on going up that way. So let's see if we can get over onto our platform. I missed. Not an exact science being a ninja with one of these. Takes a little bit of practice. We don't want to go that way, we need to go up. And so that's not really going to do what we want it to do. So what we need is we need a vertical pipe, and then we can use the T. So we need to go back over to the house, get a vertical pipe and then a T. Well, and then the T will work, and then we can start running our pipes horizontally to hit the other planter. Metal pipes. So we need 1 vertical, and then we're going to need a bunch of these guys. I don't even know how many. Probably, I think 1's a foundation wide. So probably need... I'm going to say we need at least 8. So to go to the other side, we're going to need at least 8. So I'm going to go ahead and craft 8 just in case. I'll give that a minute to craft. And again, you know, welcome to the stream. If you're watching, checking it out, by all means, go into the Twitch channel. There's a chat room. Get into the chat room and post any questions if you're watching the stream live. If you want to know what's going on, if you have any questions about the game, if you've never seen Ark before and you think it looks just like a grown-up version of Minecraft, you probably want to start asking questions, because this is definitely not a grown-up version of Minecraft. This is a completely different experience altogether. I'm all one for Minecraft, but this is completely different than Minecraft. Let me go ahead and I'm actually going to make another vertical. I like the placement. That would look pretty good, but I'm going to go ahead and just make 1 more vertical pipe, because I want to get that T up just, or that 4-way up just a little bit higher. And I'm gonna go for a swim. Okay. Let's see if we can get close to it. Yeah, that's being a pain. So we're actually going to have to clip to it to move it. So it's the only problem with trying to be ninja with a crossbow is you bounce around a lot. So you have to really start working on trying to get everything set up right. So, no, we don't want that there. I hate it when it does that. Okay, so we're going to have to go over here and actually try to remove this pipe because it went into the wrong spot. Um, they will do that. This game is bad, or this particular mod, the S Plus mod, is bad about placing stuff in the wrong spot. Ugh. Not my day for ninja skills. Alright, let's try that again. We want to get this pipe on top of that pipe. There we are. And then that can come off there. And that should be close enough for our spigot to reach this point here. There we are. Worked perfectly. So now we have the joys of running pipe all the way over there. Alright, come on, get up there. Okay. Not quite. Alright, and as you can see, we should be able to run one more piece of pipe, which is what we have in our inventory, and that should put us just right to water this one. There we are. So now we have that. What we're going to do is hide connected pipes, and that puts that way. So now we have just irrigated these two, so what we're going to do is we're going to go destroy this one and move all of this. Wow. I'm not used to them doing that. Usually when you destroy them, they just go away. I've never actually seen them explode, so that's a unique thing there. Alright, so now we'll go get our seeds. Make sure our water's still running. Sometimes when you pick up things related to water pipes, the water will stop flowing in another part of your structure, which is not good. And let's see, we need 60, 30, 30 and 30, and then another 30 for out there, so I need 90. I don't think I got 90 fertilizer. Possibility, 1, 2, 8, 9, 10. It's 30. It's 60. That's 90. Just enough. I've been collecting fertilizer for a while, so I doubt I'm gonna run out anytime soon. Okay. There we are. I'm just having major issues today. Alright, jet engine's coming back up. Air conditioner's having to go back on. Unfortunately, when you're running this much tech for doing a server, playing a game, and streaming, you put a lot of a load on your system. Alright, that's that one. Alright, and we should have 15 for each of these over here. And there we are, and our plants are fully loaded. So now once those two come up, we'll have full coverage out here. We won't have to worry about anything really getting into this valley or into this area that should not be over here. And what we'll end up doing is putting a few along the ridge up there, because I have a lot of critters that's getting in here, but I may wait until I get some better tech as far as getting the tech turrets and things of that nature. And again, I'll probably finish this video recording out. Let's see, we're going to need to go ahead and deal with that Capra. Hopefully we can get to it before it gets to us. Yeah, a little level 15, he wasn't much. While we're over here, we're going to go ahead and get some metal. If I can get these coal out of the way. And pick up these pearls. Alright, and there's a metal. Gather over here, more pearls. Okay. Like I said, since they respawn fairly quickly and everything, and they're in this area, go ahead and collect them while you're here. No sense not to. Alright. I don't necessarily think we'll need that oil derrick, but I'm holding on to stuff like that anyway, because you never know. Okay, so let's go ahead and head back to the house, get this stuff sorted, get our spark powder in place, and then I'll give you a little bit of a tour of what we have on this side of the house, since things have changed over here a little bit. We don't need that stone. 1700. Let's split that 850 to 850, and then we'll split our metal ore again, so we can get these going. So even split. Okay, that's at least until we get an industrial forge. We got a little bit of time before we get that. Go ahead and drop some stuff in to these. Probably will not use that. And that's just a blueprint and a apprentice Morella top saddle. What have I got on my Morella tops? I think he has, okay, so yeah, he's got a ramshackle, so we'll go ahead and upgrade his saddles. And I don't know if I'm holding any saddles for any of them. No, I'm not. Okay. Alright, and put this blueprint in here. This is a structure. And throw the rest of this back in here. Got a long way to go before we can craft our replicator. I'm actually working on putting together a tech replicator, because that's definitely one of the things we're going to need. And we need 5,000 metal for that. So as you can see, that takes a lot of metal. We don't have any element. And we don't have nearly enough black pearl or polymer. So we need a lot of stuff. We're just going to keep plugging along and working at things. I have a lot of stuff in here that can be scrapped, so we can get a lot of metal from that. I just have not had the opportunity to scrap that yet. And again, things that I think I may actually reuse or may recycle, I leave in here. So, sort of a storage box for right now. And again, I'm going to go ahead and work on getting this next behemoth gate placed so that you guys can see that, because it's a little bit of an involved process. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So I need that. We're going to need quite a few more ramps for this other side. I'm going to go ahead and actually craft 12 of those. So let's see, we need 12 ramps. There we are. So we already have one, so we really only need to do 11. And so we'll let those go. We won't need them right away. We're going to go out here and fight with this other behemoth gate. As you can see, this is a behemoth gate. Dinos like this have to go through one of these. They will not fit through the regular dino gates. So we're going to be putting that other behemoth gate over here. So what we're going to have to do to get this placed is we're going to have to use a trick. Since we don't have any foundations over here for it to snap to, and behemoth gates like to snap to foundations. So as you see, this fence foundation will not auto snap to anything out here. So it's complete free reign of wherever I want to place it. But if I come over here, because there's a foundation right under this wall, if you notice, this fence foundation wants to snap to that foundation. So if I come over here, again, this wall, it doesn't count that as a foundation, but if I go right here, you can see it snaps to that foundation perfectly, and then you can manipulate whatever direction you want it to be in. So we're going to use that to our advantage. And if you notice over there, we have our behemoth gate placed pretty much perfectly where I want it. The way we're going to do that is we're going to, if you see the little orbs, or the little placement orbs on the side of the fence, those are about the distance away from the fence that you need to be. That is, the two orbs represent a full panel width. So see, if I put it right over this one, it's touching both lines on either side of this panel, even though the fence support is in the middle, or is a little bit in, or about a quarter in from the edge of the panel. So we're going to use that to our advantage in placing this behemoth gate, because we're going to basically line that up there, and we're going to come back until we're about halfway through a panel. So we're going to come back about that far, and we're going to eye it, because there's no snap point, no exact, and we're going to place it and see if we're about where we want to be. And see, we're a little to the right of that line, so we want to pick it up and back it up till we're pretty much dead over that line. The posts are pretty much even on either side of that line. Takes a little bit of practice to figure out roughly where that is. It's right there, and that's about as close as I'm going to get. I'm going to call that good. So as you see, it's snapped right on the edge, and when we put the behemoth gate in, the behemoth gate, oh, kitty in the chest, the behemoth gate, what did she fix? Now I can't see my thing. She hit a button, now I can't see my bar. Alright, give me a second. I have to figure out how to toggle the HUD because my cat has turned my HUD off for me. Okay, somehow she managed to hit that. There we are. Somehow she stepped on backspace in the process of climbing down my keyboard. So, we're going to go ahead and attempt to place this behemoth gate. So as you can see, and again, for those of you who are, if my stream will ever start again, let's see, we're going to go ahead and place this. And I don't know if it's just my computer that's missing the stream. Again, I'm doing this first. But basically, if you're watching the live stream and you're on my Twitch channel, by all means, throw some comments into the chat room. I do have a chat room on my Twitch channel. It is live, so I'm monitoring it as I'm sitting here. So if you say something, I will pretty much see it almost immediately. But what we're gonna do is go ahead and work on getting this behemoth gate placed. And if you notice, as I manipulate it around a little bit, it's gonna want to try to snap to that foundation. I've got to see if I can get it to do it. There it is. So as you see, it snaps to that foundation fence support, and if we place it, now we should be about halfway, or we should be in about the middle of this third panel. So we're going to come over here, and again, we're about the middle of that third panel. So that's about as close as you're going to get with this particular method. And again, let's get back up in our building here. So if you look right here, there's a little bit of a gap right there, and no gap over here. So we're a little off of our alignment. I could take everything down, which I probably will do, and put it back up. So now that you've seen how to do it, I'm going to do it again real quick in live time. Instead of explaining it, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, and you can see just how quick and easy this goes. Alright, there we are. Good there. Good there. Good there. And yeah, I'm gonna buy that. So that's up. Now we go with the door. Snap the door in. I'm actually gonna switch it to manual. Give it a test. Make sure it's gonna open and close. And there we are. So now we'll go get our foundations that we have. And we're going to go ahead and get those in place. So, or we're going to get these ramps. So now that we've got our ramps, we're going to go out and do the same thing we did on the other gate. So we're going to come out here and we're going to put our ramps up to the door. So there we are. See, because I don't have the foundations underneath these two areas right here, I can't put that one down. So I'm gonna have to go get those foundations put in to be able to finish this out. But actually that's probably going to be where I put that for now, because I want to look, and looking at this, I'm probably gonna have to change my design. Judging by this, because this is the end of our first set. So if you look under here and you see the boards, this crease right about there where those two come together is about level with ground level over there. So this set of ramps is actually under the ground. So what I'm going to end up having to do is probably put in a set of ceilings and just have ceilings out to that cliff and then ramps up, unless I come out with ceilings and then go down with the ramps, which I could do. So I have two different ways I can do this. So probably I'm thinking I'm gonna pull that, go ceilings out, and then put the ramp, or then put the ramps down. So what I'm going to do, instead of hassling with all this, I'm going to go get my demo gun. If I have one made. I think I have one in my inventory. No, I don't. Okay, so different game. Actually, I don't even think I've learned the pattern for the demo gun, because I think I said I was not going to use those on this server. Yes, I have not learned the demo gun. So I'm not even going to bother using that. I'm going to do this the hard way. So again, that is a mod that is in one of our, or that is the thing that is in one of our mods. That's usually why I would use a demo gun, is for the opportunity of things like that to happen. But if you're careful, you don't need it. I just was too close to the edge. That does happen. Falling does not hurt me that much, so it's more of an inconvenience than it is a threat or a hazard. It's just an inconvenience, because you have to climb all the way back up here and you have to get everything going again, and it's a hassle. So all we're going to do is just keep moving, and we'll just pick up all of these ramps. And I think today we may actually go out and get a Rex, because I wanted to show you guys at least getting this behemoth gate up and some of the creative side of how to work with your flooring. So actually we're going to go ahead and go with 12 ceilings. So I'll end up converting a few of these ramps later, but we need 12 ceilings, so I'm going to go ahead and get those going. So 12, get that going. But again, hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I'm gonna try to, like I said, I'm gonna try to keep doing this daily, and I'm doing my recordings daily too. So this is actually day 8. I'm recording day 8 of construction on the server. So this hasn't been 8 days in game. It's just been, this is about the 8th day that I've worked on the server, and I've done a little bit of stuff offline. I'll probably do that again today. Um, just leave the stream up for a little bit and continue working on some of this little stuff that is basically just time-consuming idle stuff. Most of this game is gathering and construction. That's 90% of where your time goes. It looks like I've been working on this, or this little bit of materials has taken me a long time to gather, and I'm nowhere near where I need to be because I keep stopping to work on projects. I eventually want to start getting autonomous, so I'm actually going to work on building my greenhouse next. So I've got berries for doing narcotics, which I have a pretty good number of narcotics right now for taming, and I don't plan on doing a whole lot of tames. I really don't have a whole lot of creatures that I really want. I do want to get a T-Rex. I do want to get a Theranzino. Eventually I want to get a dragon. So I have certain tames that I do want to go after. But right now my primary concern is getting my housing done and getting safe. Alright, so I need to fix these foundations. So before I go any further, I'm going to go in and work on these few foundations that I need to complete over here. So I need some stone. I need about half that. So split that stack. We need some thatch. So split that stack. And we need some wood. Alright, that should be more than enough. Let me check and see if I have any pillars already crafted. So I think I've got them. I've got one medium. So I'll need that. See if I've got a large or anything. Nope. Okay. And there's our electricity, so it's getting to be nighttime. Alright, so we are working here, and I know we need 2 larges, so we need to craft 2 large foundation pillars. We'll go ahead and craft 1 for now, get it in my inventory, and then I can speed craft whatever others I need. Alright, so there's those, and I may be able to complete this with a medium. Yeah, a medium and a small there, and a medium and a small here. So no need to waste materials. I'll actually need another large over there, so I have no idea where that just went. Okay, it did its own thing. I'll make sure I was picking up the right one. And it needs to snap to this. Get back up where I can work on stuff. Okay, so we need to snap this large pillar in to this position right here. If I can get it to do just right, that's the trick. Not where it needed to go. That is not good. It means there's 2 large pillars here somewhere. Stone ceiling. So I now have 2 large pillars snapped into each other. Now if I pick up the wrong one, okay, that starts to get a little iffy. And if you pick up the wrong one, you've had a bad day because everything will come down. It is determined not to snap this pillar where I need it. I need it to snap into that location right there, and it is determined not to. Okay. So now you can see why I run the gamma 3 instead of gamma 2, because I can't see anything when it gets dark. That's part of the game's mechanic, but it is rather annoying. Oh, we need that. So let's put that up there. Alright, I need another 2 of those. No, well, now I've got 3. I'll need it anyway for over on that side. So now that we've got that done, we're going to go ahead and go back up here. And pull that off there. Now we need these. Don't need that. So now we can go ahead and finish this out. Alright, I have a foundation there. Why is it not working? That means something is not quite... I should be able to go out 2 from this foundation. So this foundation is not touching the ground for some reason. I wonder if this is one of my medium large combos. Yep, that would be what did it. Yep. Okay. So as you can see, for some reason the medium pillars are glitched out, and even though it was touching the ground, the game did not consider it touching the ground, and the medium pillars have been doing that for the past couple of days for some reason. I have no idea why. So anywhere that I normally would use a medium pillar, I'm now having to switch out for combinations of smalls, because the game is not considering those medium pillars as touching ground for some reason. See? So now we're going to go ahead and place these ramps, and you guys will kind of get an idea of what I was going for. Well, I can't place the ramps. Because it has to have foundation support, so we'll get around to that. Right now I just want to look and see. I might end up having to go out 1 more set of ceilings and then put the ramps down. Or I'll put a set of ramps down and then do another set of ceilings. So we'll end up having to run, let's see, 1, 2, we only have 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know how to cheat this one. Let's see. I'll need some more stone, but we're going to cheat this one. Since we only have this, we're just going to do that. That connects that one. And we'll put this next one over here. And again, we're going to have to go connect it to the ground. I really don't think I want to use another medium pillar, but I might end up having to. Unless I make another large. Let's go grab some materials. We'll make another large pillar real fast. So we'll get the stuff we need to do this real quick. Some wood, some stone, a little bit of thatch. Okay, we should be able to make another large pillar, and I think I'll sacrifice a large pillar to connect that instead of trying to deal with a bunch of smalls or having to fight with a medium that doesn't want to snap right. And again, for those of you on the live stream, once I finish the recording for today, I'm gonna leave the stream up like I did last night and keep playing a little bit through, get some of this tedious stuff that I have to get done finished. Yeah, it's not gonna let it snap, so I'll find a use for that, and we'll go ahead and convert to a medium. Hopefully this medium will snap to the ground like it should. If it doesn't, then we'll take it out and we'll put in 3 or 4 of the small pillars. Looks like we might need a small pillar anyway. Alright, so we have that connected now. So we should be able to... Sometimes I have to use our ninja skills. So now we should be able to come in here and put our ramps down. There we go. Alright. And probably what I'll do is do the one ramp down, and then I'll do foundation, or I'll do ceilings over to this cliff. And if I can get them close, then I'll use foundations, or I'll convert to foundations on that side of the cliff. So let me go ahead and see what I have, and we'll adjust from there. So I'll drop this stuff back in here. Make another ceiling. Because if I can make up the difference and come back towards the ramps, that would actually work out much better as far as getting the placement of where all this stuff needs to be. Okay. So we can't go out any further because we're now, there's a foundation there, so we're 2 out from that foundation, but we're almost there. So that's what I'm thinking is we'll go ahead and make a stone foundation, see if we can get that to snap to that stone ceiling, and if it can, we'll do the rest of that stuff out of foundations. Derp. So, stone foundations. I have not learned stone foundations because I was not going to build anything out of stone. Okay. Might as well learn all of them, even though I'm not going to use them too much. And actually, I may need that stone window frame. So let me go ahead and learn that. Get down here to it. Might as well go ahead and learn it all. I'm going to do that eventually anyway. Okay. So now we need to do stone foundation. Those are here. We want to do one for now and see if this is even going to work the way I want it to. So this is all experimental. I've never done this. So this whole thing is primarily experimental. And that's part of the fun of the game, is trying to figure out, okay, what can I get away with? What works, what doesn't? So, bingo. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So we know if that's going to snap here, then we can do... We need to do at least a couple more. Let's see how many maybe I can get away with here. Yeah, probably won't be able to go here, but I can go out to this point, so I know I need at least 3 more foundations and a couple more ceilings. So I'm going to go ahead and burn out a couple of ceilings and a couple of foundations. So we need 4 foundations, and we need we'll go with 10. If I make extras, I can always use them for floor tiles. So we'll go ahead and burn out 10 of those. I never really throw away anything like this, because anything that can be used on another layer of the house is stuff to hang on to. We're actually going to ramp up production probably during the live stream. I'm going to go ahead and work on getting most of the walls done for the barn. They're XL walls. They're going to take a lot of stone and a lot of wood and thatch. So I'm probably be doing a massive farm run. So I'll load up our dragon, and I'll load up the Dodecarus and head out and go gather a lot of stone and a lot of wood and everything, so that we have all the stuff we need for that. So basically what I'm going to be working on outside of the recording is all the tedium, just the hours and hours of farming stuff and going out and dealing with the environment, which is never fun, because like I said, it's just tedious work. It's busy work. Maybe, yeah, we're gonna have to double it up. I'm actually glad I made 4 of those. Because I did not realize I was gonna have to double that foundation up right there. So I'm glad I made 4 of those. Alright, so what we're actually gonna do is I'm gonna put in a pillar there, and we will probably call that good. Oh, that is nice. We're definitely going after that here in just a second. Let's see. Trying to get my stack split here so I can get this pillar down. I keep forgetting those are not windows or access ways. I keep trying to run through the windows. Okay, so go that there, and we need another small, which is fine. Get this built up. I did not need another one of those. Add 2 more of those. Yeah, sure. Let's make 2 more. Let's see. We need to kind of get this thing over there like that, and we need to go at least 2 more over here. Can't go there. Need foundation. I need foundation support. I really don't want to have to put another foundation in right there. So since I have two of these guys made, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to ninja one in right there. It's going to stick up a little bit, but hopefully that will do what we needed it to do. And we're going to call that good, because even though that's sticking out there on the edge like that, and actually what I can do is cheat it since I already have a pillar made, I think. If I can get it to snap in where I want it. Let's see. Let's see if maybe I can get it to stand in right there. Perfect. Oh, I crafted another one. Alright, I'll hang on to the one I just crafted. I should not need it. Let's go after that drop. And actually, I think I'm going to take a ride, because I don't know what's going to be over there. So, let's see who wants to go for a ride. Let's take the tank. If I don't get caught. Alright, I need to back you up. Alright. Not any really nice stuff there. See if we can go get that blue drop over there. And we'll scout for Rex while we're on this end. Oh, that blue went away. I was hoping I'd make it in time, but it looked like it went away faster than I thought it was going to. I'm not going after that blue, but we'll go after... See if we can go after that one. There's usually a couple of Rexes on this side, so we'll go ahead and look into getting one of those if there's one over here. As far as T-Rex goes, I'm looking for as high a level as possible. So I don't want to just grab the first one I see. I want to actually go for one that's at least a level 100. Higher would be better. And let's see, we have a level 15 female there. Not what I'm interested in. Because again, I want to try to get a level 100. Hey kitty. Kitty made a mistake. Yeah, we'll probably go kill that level 15 so that another one will respawn in their place. And I'm going to check up on top of that plateau over there once this blue drop finishes. Let's go ahead and go take care of her, and then we'll get the blue drop and then go look on the plateau. And now most people should realize why I call this thing the tank. It does not hit nearly as hard as a T-Rex, but at 1200 points of damage a bite, it's actually putting out a pretty good amount of damage. So yeah, this was the plateau we're going to check real quick. Then we'll head back to the house and get back to work on things. And since we've had our moment of leisure, I know there was a couple of Rexes out here the other day. Not seeing them out here now. Check up here. There's two. Let's see what we have out there. Turn a little bit. I think one was a 50. There's an 85. That might be acceptable. I think I made a Rex saddle already. No. I'll have to come back for that. But level 85, that's respectable for a T-Rex. I'll have to kill that 35 male. Then these are, I think these are Daedons. Yeah, these are the Daedons. They're basically warthogs. They're troublesome at most, so we want to try to avoid them. They're a little bit of a pain. Looks like we have another T-Rex down here. Uh-oh. Time to go. As you can see, that is a rock elemental. Those are not nice. I really don't feel like messing with him. I didn't even realize he was there. So we will leave him alone. Let's see, we have another Rex over there. Let's see if we can get a bead on him real quick. Nope, he went behind. There he is. 35 female. I think we'll go for that 85 male. The only other place I might could check for a Rex is over on the other side of Red Ob over there. That's a long way to have to travel for a T-Rex, and I'd have to go on foot because I would not want to have to truck a T-Rex and another mount back. So we may go scout. I may just head over there on foot and see what I can see. Not too worried about a whole lot catching me. I actually travel fairly quickly by foot. It's a dog-eat-dog world. There was a raptor over here a minute ago. Black raptor. Not seeing him at the moment, but doesn't mean he's not still over here. We have two Caprisuchus, so I'm going to go ahead and try and kill them real quick. And that's what I was afraid of. Because usually if you get dismounted, whatever you're riding will disappear, and that's not good. Okay, our other plants are sprouted. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and park him in the barn, since we have most of it finished. And this is what it's for anyway. Okay, let's see. Move him out into the barn too. He's a little annoying. Alright. Let's move him a little bit closer over to the edge, because he doesn't have the feeding trough buff, so we'll park it over here towards this edge. Actually, I don't think any of them have it, so I'm going to have to move the... Oh yeah, he's got it. He doesn't have it. The Morella Tops doesn't have it. So yeah, we'll have to move the feeding trough. That's not a problem. Something we'll work on later. Drop some of this stuff in here since I got this pillars done. Again, my shuffling, always shuffling. Drop the meat in here, and again, I'm gonna probably go on foot to go get the wreck, so I'll go ahead and build the saddle, head out on foot to go do it, and primitive Morella top saddle. Yeah, I'll probably destroy that. I'm going to just throw it in here and scrap it later. Okay, so for that, I'm going to go ahead and call the recording. But again, like I said, I'm going to keep the stream up and keep that going for a little bit longer. But by all means, if you're on the stream, keep watching. Like I said, we're fixing to go on a Rex hunt, so I'm going to start working on that, getting materials together for that. I need to get a saddle crafted for a T-Rex. So let me go ahead and go through. And again, we're going to be going and looking for a level 100 plus Rex. So hopefully we can find one. And hopefully the next time you guys tune in, we'll have a level 100 T-Rex sitting in the garage. So you guys will be able to check that out and see what the damage of one of those can put out. Probably won't be a level 100 plus by the time we get back to the house, but we'll look into that as we get there. We'll carry about 200 prime. And again, we're going to take our backpack because it's going to be carrying the prime meat for us. So I'll go ahead and get our backpack. And yeah, I guess for as far as the recording goes, I'm going to go ahead and end Scorched Earth Day 8. When you guys get back, I'll probably have the walls up on the barn. I'll have a lot of this other little finicky stuff finished, and we'll figure out what our next project is, which I think is going to be a greenhouse. So we'll get our greenhouse built. We'll get lighting in here. We'll probably start working on gathering stuff together for a tech crafter, and we'll go from there. So this is Satros, and I will see you guys on Scorched Earth Day 3, probably sometime after this weekend. We'll have to see, possibly Sunday. So keep tuned in, and I will check you guys later. That didn't work.